Alright guys, welcome to Lad's Garage on YouTube, obviously. Seen my last video, you seen that I was going back on the road, and here we are. Let me introduce you to Fireball here. So, we got a 2007 Western Star, got a 60 series Detroit under the hood, 13-speed transmission under the cab, 296-inch wheelbase, if I remember correctly, from that axle to that axle. A little bit longer than what we had with Snowball. And if you guys have watched this channel long enough, you know Mac, the trailer I pulled behind Snowball when I was on the road. Now, this thing is far from a show truck, but it's a pretty decent looking truck from, 50 foot away. But it is a low max, got air ride front suspension, and of course air ride rear suspension. And it's actually got mufflers on it instead of straight pipe. Now, there's not a lot to see on the inside, but we do got this. And we got a matching red steering wheel. So, well, the first day so far back on the road, it didn't really go as planned, but, it's going to work out. Well, start off going to the shop and trying to fix a noise and / find it, but the original idea was possibly front wheel bearings. So we went ahead and changed that out, changed both front wheel bearings, but still got this click, 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 click noise going down the road. And, it's, I don't know how to explain it other than it's consistent. It don't speed up, it don't slow down, it don't get louder, it don't get quieter, but it starts at, roughly 50 mile an hour and, continues on. It below 50 mile an hour, it's kind of intermittent, but it's still the same. And, it don't, like I said, it don't speed up, don't slow down, don't get louder, don't get quieter. It just stays consistent. So, haven't quite figured that out yet. Obviously the wheel bearings didn't fix it, but it kind of put us behind for the day. So, I was able to go get unloaded, but I am staged to go load first thing in the morning to make my delivery to get back home. So often, since I've been off the road, every so often somebody comes by and asks me if I missed the road. Honestly, no. I was to a point that I was just absolutely burnt out. I wasn't enjoying it no more. When I was 22, jumped in a truck for the first time. At that point, it was my dream job. Over the years, I don't know if it's because I got involved in the politics or what happened, but I lost that passion. I was let go from my other job because I did something totally stupid. And, it was my fault. It was my first violation, the only violation I know of, and they, went ahead and let me go. I thought that was just a touch on the extreme side, but, I'd be the first to admit I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing. The consequences are consequences. You got to live up to it. So here we are. We're back on the road, and, hopefully you guys might enjoy this content a little bit better. Like I said, we're just getting started doing this again. If you got questions, be sure to comment down below. A lot of people think it's just jump in, drive down the road. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of laws and regulations. There's a lot of physical, I guess you'd call it physical abuse, from bouncing up, down, going down the road. A lot of mental strain. You're away from home. You're worried about what's going to happen next. You're worried about what the guy next to you is doing. You're going to make it on time. Where are you coming? Where are you going? There's a lot that goes into it, a little bit more. So if you got questions, kind of a little more explanations, be sure to comment below. And hopefully we can be able to get some of this stuff on camera to kind of show you what goes on out here. A little bit better than what I've done when I was still trucking the first time. So Okay, day 2 of my return to trucking. As you can see right there, hood's open. Um, I've already fixed the issue, but this is twice today that I've had to fix the same issue. First time was midway in my trip, and again once I got here where I'm delivering at. Something pretty simple, but just a little bitty 1/4 inch airline. Somehow or another found a way to blister, but I kind of understand what they had going on. They had a piece of hose that just kind of ran right over the top of the line, simply because inside this frame rail right here, there's an air line that runs this way, and this here is the exhaust. That's the turbo. That's Monster Detroit 60. And naturally, you got your downpipe comes down, and a flex pipe, and you got the rest of your downpipe right there, and it elbows out. And naturally, the air hose is like right in that area. So the reason why I think they had a piece of, it's like an old fuel line or something like that, and it's very, very hard. It's been in there a while, because I know the old man that's drove this truck for 4 or 5 years probably, and hadn't had an issue with it, but I could tell at some point in the past they had to put a new line in there, probably because the line got hot and busted, which is why I'm sure why they put a piece of hose on it. But after I fixed it, I put the hose back on, and I pulled in here, got turned around, parked for the night, and lo and behold, I was losing air pressure again. So I got out and looked, and right where the airline and that little hose kind of ended at, just a little bitty bubble popped on it again. Nothing severe, but I had to fix it again. So all we had in the truck was a plastic quick coupler. Not a big fan, but whenever I get home, we're going to end up probably cutting the lines off on the end of the old quick connectors and putting a new line with some heat shielding type material over it versus a hose, and hopefully don't have any more issues with that airline popping, because naturally it couldn't have been 3 inches over here on the exhaust pipe or 3 inches over here. It had to be dead center. So hopefully we can go to bed tonight and have a good night, rest, get up in the morning, get our load back home, and be done for the week, and fire back up Monday morning. Me and CJ got some scout camping this weekend. Hopefully it stays warm. It's nice out right now. Probably good, I'd say a good 70 degrees out right now, maybe 60, 68-ish. But we're going to microwave up some dinner, because we're at our location. Those that don't know, we're on e-logs, electronic logs. They pretty much start recording you from the time you start driving till you shut down. And unfortunately, truck drivers, we got to do a 10-hour break. And granted, we can split it, but naturally you're supposed to have a 10-hour break, and you got your 11-hour that you can drive, and you got 14 hours to do your 11 hours. If that makes any sense to any of y'all, but so we got to take our break, 10-hour break at night. And with being on electronic logs, if we get up early, drive to where we got to deliver at, it really can screw your logbook up, especially trying to get home tomorrow. Last time I made this journey, I think I delivered right to this place here. Not going to show you for secret reasons, but we delivered here, and on our way home for Christmas in Snowball, we blew our turbo. But we're in Fireball now, and no relations other than being from the same truck company. So also walking around to the front, when I shutting the hood, found that. I wonder if that's my that I keep hearing going down the road. Alright, I figured real quick show you the hose that I found. And sorry, I'm using one hand, but That thing was like solid, rubber at one point. Now it's like solid plastic. Well, matter of fact, I just cracked it. I mean, extremely brittle. Try to say that 100 times fast. Very brittle. I think this thing just might have hardened up enough to where it's rubbing on that line and blistering it. Hopefully the line will hold up getting home, because like I said before, this piece here I believe was rubbing on the line, twisting, whatever it was doing, and just being so hard, I think it just ate through the plastic airline. So hopefully that was our case. We're done with that issue for a while. When that Mountain Dew hit your soul first thing in the morning, day 3, let's go. Boy, it sure does seem like I've been down this road before. Yep, definitely been down this road before. And this is one of those trips that make you wonder, but special thanks to the Napa here in Yates Center, Kansas for letting me work on the truck again. We busted another airline, and hopefully now that I figured out what the issue was, and I kind of can't say it's fixed, but it is definitely rigged. Get me home. That's all I want. Make it home. Hopefully this one works. We can get home. The flex pipe was broke. I found it when it broke. The airline popped on me again just after I got loaded. But once I found that out, I was like, well, that makes sense. And I knew there was Napa here in this town. So took full advantage of it, swung in. We got parts we need to rig it up. Hopefully I got it good enough to get it home. And we still got like another 300-400 miles to go, so onward. Sometimes the odds just don't seem like they're in your favor. Just trying to get home. That's all we're trying to do here. Oh boy, I tell you. Just pulled in. I think it is almost 8:30 at night. Should have been home by 6:30. Been a long day. Finally made it. We're done for the weekend. We got to fix a few things. We had to put a band or a clamper on the down pipe or down flex pipe, however you want to word it, just to get home. And then this thing started wanting to have some overheating issues, so got some things to do, but we got things to do at home also, so or go camping and all that fun stuff. But I guess till next time, God bless you. We'll catch you later.